Hi everyone, Gary Vee is a well-known internet sensation, marketing guru, and he's been developing his marketing philosophies for the last 10 or 20 years. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to take those marketing core principles and adopt them into B2B SaaS or sales selling. Now, as with any first principle, they should be able to be applied to other industries. In my experience selling enterprise SaaS software, they require a slight tweak, but they still all ring true. So we're going to talk about 6 of his core principles in today's video. With the true Gary Vee style, I'm going to use his colorful language. So just be prepared and let's begin. So one of the fucking challenges that happen between marketing and sales in any company is sometimes it's like the left hand speaking to the right hand, and that can have detrimental impact if they aren't on the same page. I've worked in both types of businesses in my time where marketing never engaged with sales, and that really stopped the company from going forward. And then I've also worked in a company where marketing and sales were under the one umbrella, and it worked so much better. But how do we apply those core principles that Gary talks about? One of the first principles he speaks about is embrace the shift. So Gary encourages businesses to embrace new technology and adapt to changes in the market to stay ahead of the competition. Now, one of the things about sales is we always constantly need to innovate and reinvent ourselves. The market gets used to a certain approach and we have to continually evolve. Now, particularly if you're on the cutting edge of innovation and you find a differentiated way to get your prospects listening to you, your competitors will start following you and doing the same thing, and then all of a sudden you're not differentiated. So we always have to continually change and test new ways of getting engagement with prospects because their attention span is getting shorter. It doesn't fucking help that we're in an economy now. No one wants to meet us face to face. We have to speak online to people more and more. So we have to figure out ways to differentiate ourselves. And that is critical in a sales role, because if we don't do it in the right way, people would just disengage with us and the opportunity is dead, particularly when you need a sales team to close whatever you're selling. The second one, be fucking authentic. Gary stresses the importance of authenticity in marketing, as consumers are more likely to trust a brand that is genuine and transparent. And this completely goes for salespeople as well. People buy from people they like. I find when people try to run a sales meeting according to a slide deck, the whole authenticity is removed because it feels like someone's on a conveyor belt. If you're a salesperson and you're using a sales deck to try and close someone and it's not working, take the sales deck out. Like in poker, play the person and not the role. And it's not the situation. I found in my role in selling high value B2B SaaS deals, the less I relied on the deck, the more I was able to rely on my personality and build genuine connection, because I was able to build champions and I was able to progress the deal. Now, there are some situations where you need a couple of slides to prove a point or to demonstrate an ROI. That's completely different. I'm talking about a 10, 15, 20 slide deck that you're running through a meeting, and it just hinders the chances of building rapport. So consider that. Third point, focus on the customer. Gary believes that businesses should put the customer first and prioritize their need and preferences. That is 100% correct. And that starts with even lead generation. Have a look at how you're writing lead generation emails. Hi, I'm from here. I would love to hear about your business. I'm curious to see what you're doing. I have some time. It's written from your perspective. Instead, think about your customer. And more importantly, people act in their own self-interest. Businesses act in their own self-interest. They have to. It's their prerogative. So frame your messaging and frame your actions to put the customer first and your needs second. Of course, it has to align. There's no question. But if you frame everything for the benefit of the customer first and you'll get the outcome second, you have such a high chance of winning. It is unbelievable how much your effectiveness as a salesperson can change if you just do that one fucking thing. When I changed this one thing, it was from writing my emails to remove the I. That started putting my mindset into the different frame of thinking about the customer first. So everything's for the benefit of the customer and helping them along their journey, delivering key pieces of information at the right time so they can make an informed decision. My world opened up and my pipeline opened up, become unblocked, and I was able to close multi-million-dollar deals on a regular basis. The fourth point is prioritize storytelling. Gary believes that storytelling is a powerful marketing tool and that businesses should use it to connect with customers and build a strong brand identity. 100% true with a slight twist for salespeople is people hate being told what they should do. Instead, if we share stories or anecdotes about how customers similar to them had the same outcome because we approached the problem in this way and focused on these outcomes, they'll be able to draw similarities in their own world to say, hey, if it worked for company A, it'll more than likely work for me. Now, if you have 2 or 3 companies that got the same outcome with similar problems, that's an even stronger use case or reason for them to go down that path because they're not the first person to embark on using the solution to get an outcome. People don't often like to be pioneers, they like to be followers. So demonstrating that through storytelling is absolutely critical. Remember, telling is selling and sharing is caring. If we share relevant lessons from other companies, how they received outcomes, it will help you demonstrating the product that your company will give them. And a really critical component of this is salespeople are on the ground first, testing these messages in real time, sometimes 2, 3, 4, 10 times a day with prospects. Now, it's once they hone those messages and get the right outcome to someone interested in our product, then that could be translated to marketing because you're getting the constant feedback. Consider that also. The 5th point is be data-driven. Gary encourages businesses to use data and analytics to inform their marketing decisions and measure the success of their efforts. That's a marketing focus. I would encourage you to consider this in a sales context. Businesses need data to make informed decisions. So be data-driven in your sales process. If you're selling a widget that helps improve a business process or helps improve an outcome in your potential client's business, help them understand the current impacts of what that current process is affecting them to give them an informed decision to move forward. Our biggest competitor is indecision. It can squash any chance of selling something if people just don't understand the context of their current state. So it wasn't until I understood this to say, hey, people can't make an informed decision about, hey, this problem is costing me $400,000-$500,000 a month, which equates to about $6 million a year. There is no way I can sit in this problem any longer. I need to find a solution. And then all of a sudden, a $300,000 software platform is actually value for money. It's about a 20x ROI, if that's the right number. Be data-driven. Understand your customers need to make data-driven decisions. They need to prioritize their spendage in their business. So give them the tools to make an informed decision to demonstrate and prove that you will give them a substantial ROI on their investment. Once I did this, combined with everything that I spoke about, you turn from not selling, you turn from being a salesperson to a consultant, and people will move through the funnel on their own because you're leading the way and helping them make the right choices. Now, the final point is be willing to take risks. Gary encourages businesses to be bold and take calculated risks in their marketing efforts, as this often is what sets successful companies apart from their competition. This is 100% true for selling as well. Approaching sales just like everybody else in the market will give you the results just like everybody else. Think differently. You don't have to look very far to the likes of Atlassian and Canva. They took their sales function and went to market a completely different way and got completely different results. Don't be afraid to be different, but test. You should know the client's journey. We know that a client needs to see value before they make a purchase. Often they're not going to make a one-for-one swap for a one-to-one ROI unless there is other non-monetary benefit of going down the path of a product. Even then, we're going to have to prove it. Take calculated risks. Think outside of the box. If you're a startup or in your business, you are going to have to do things different anyway, because if you do things the same as the competition, they're just going to go down the path of the competition because they've been in the market longer, have more case studies, more referenceable clients, better runs on the board. Why take the risk? We have to be different. We have to take calculated risks and we have to be smart. I hope you found today's video useful and saw some ways that you can apply Gary's principles. If you like this video, be sure to stick around and come back. My channel is dedicated to B2B lead gen and sales strategy, and I'm passionate about helping people just like you be better every day with practical, no bullshit advice. Until then, I'll speak to you next time. Bye.